Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to learn how to make oatmeal cakes. And yeah, before we start that, if you're interested in detective stories, I wrote the first part of 11-part series that I wrote called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch, and if you're interested, the link will be down in the description. So, oatmeal cakes. Lately, I have, some persons will have noticed, I have been learning survival techniques from Scotland, from from older times. So one of the things that they used for traveling is eating oatmeal, but you can also make oatmeal cakes from it. Oatmeal cakes is a sort of power bar, something that is easy to make during something like a hike or a bug out. So that's what we are going to learn today. I already tried to make them, but there is, as you can perhaps can see, there is one little problem with this, and that is that it crumbles very easily. And yeah, the I have a little bit corrected the recipe, so I'm going to show you how to make this. But it's something like this. It just like oatmeal, a little bit of water, and you can mix it together with something that gives you a little bit more calories, like butter or animal fat that you can carry in your bug out bag. And yeah, you can put some taste in it with some garlic or some other plants, herbs that you find underway. But yeah, it's something like this, and we're going to learn how to make it today. So the first thing you need is, of course, oatmeal. So I'm gonna put some oatmeal inside of this bowl. It's not really a bowl, but you get my drift. You just need a little bit of water. And now we're going to mix the water with the oatmeal. You have to get a little bit of a porridge, just like you just make porridge. Usually you can just eat it like this, but we are going to need it a little bit of water to. It's like making concrete a little bit, so that it will not fall apart like my first recipe that I did. So yeah, you can. I'm not really measuring this, but you can do it with pre-measured uh, oatmeals, but I just do it a little bit on what I noticed at the moment's shortest. So now we got a little bit of porridge around here that is a little bit caked together, and we're going to mix it with. I heated it up already. There is some animal fat that I melted a little bit. You can do this just at any campfire. If you take any animal fat, lard of butter with you. So we're going to mix it with the the oatmeal. You can just use some small things. I do this in my kitchen today, and not in the field, because every time I go outside and film something, the sound is really, really bad, and that's kind of annoying. I'm going to cook it on this little campfire. So that's what the Lord will be cooking a little bit. Just turn it into a porridge. Squeeze it together and make a little bit of a kind of a pancake with it. And you also want to mix it a little bit together so that the lard will get spread out evenly. So you do not want that the lard or the animal fat or butter or whatever that you used will get only into one place. So mix it a little bit. Don't worry to get your hands dirty, because you want to use every single bit of it, because during a bug out scenario you do not want to how do you say this, waste any oatmeal that you will have. So now we have this little kind of pancake, just like you make meatballs. Put a little bit together, flatten it. The fire is getting a little bit hot, so that's already good. I'm going to make it a little bit more flat. what you also can do is take a few oatmeal balls and make them a little bit flat. You can use flour or something else to make it a little bit less sticky, like you see happening here, but that's not really a worry. If my calculations are a little bit correctly. Yeah, calculations, not really calculations, more like instinct. And that is the last part. So now they're flattening a little bit. I'm going to wash my hands while it's kind of boiling. I don't know if this will be into one video or not, but yeah, let's see. Put this a little bit more to the side. Try to flatten it a little bit. It already starts to cook fine. You know what? I will show you when it's perhaps ready. So that the video will be shorter. So for all your TikTok brains. So see you in a minute. Alright, we're back, and yeah, the oatmeal cakes are ready. As you can see, I've been crumbling them a little bit into smaller pieces to flip them better. But as you can see, they're ready. They're baked. You can make them in any shape that you want. But the thing is, with this, you have something you can cook, and if you have leftovers, you can keep them in your bug-out bag to eat on the way. And because they are filled with lard and oatmeal, they are a big source of calories, and they taste actually like small pancakes in a way. So they're really tasty. It's very easy to make. What I want to point out is, if you're going to make one of these, I would advise to put them on a pan or a metal plate close to onto the camping fire, and let them bake on their own time, because yeah, otherwise you will use too much fuel with a camping fire, and that way you can leave it onto the campfire while you're doing other tasks like filtering water or setting up shelter while this is baking. And yeah, it's a good source of energy, power bar, and if you have the right herbs, you can also get vitamins and minerals with them. And if you have something else like milk powder or something like, how is it called? Ahorn syrup or maple syrup, then it's a really great source of, it's like a power bar that you can take during your bug out. So yeah, that's a small thing that you can do during your bug outs. And yeah, I hope you learned something from this, got some good ideas. You see, it's just like survival bread, but with oatmeal that could be stored much easier, have a lot of calories for the amount of weight and volume that you have in your bug out bag. So I would really recommend it. And if you have something like olive oil or some other butter, animal fat, lard that you can store for a long time. And the best thing is, if this is cooled even more, this will get harder, and you will get something more like this, and it will be easier to store and take with your bug out bag. So yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.